Hello and welcome back. Today I decided to do a speed renovation. I recently just uploaded a speed build, but this is a little bit more into my comfort zone. I'm better at renovating and decoration, I'd like to think, than building. But I did decide to go ahead and change the layout of this apartment. This is an apartment in 𝓗𝓵𝓵𝓸. It is 17 Culpeper House, I believe it says up there. I'm editing on Premiere Pro and it's a little bit tiny. But anyways, yeah, I did decide to change the layout, and I really like how it turned out. I know it looks a little bit awkward with that. It's meant to be the bedroom, and then beside it is the bathroom. It looks a little awkward right now, but I promise it comes together, and I had an idea in mind. But yeah, I am super excited. I think this is probably one of my favorite renovations I've ever done. Of course, I've done other renovations. I just haven't recorded them and put them on my channel. But I love renovations. I don't know if this video or this channel is going to turn out to be a building channel, but we'll see. I do love doing these, and I like watching them as I go, like watching them back with you guys. Because, I'm watching myself too. I'm watching myself learn new things and do this with you guys as well. So yeah, I'm doing the wallpaper, and of course it takes me forever to find a good wallpaper. I don't know what it is about the Sims wallpapers, but I like the one I end up going with, and I kind of had an idea for this house. I wanted it to be, which you'll see as I add some decor and stuff, I wanted there to be just kind of a bachelor, I guess you could say. I mean, he doesn't have to be in a relationship or pursue a relationship, but I wanted him to be kind of a tech guru, either that or like a gamer. He's a geek. I know I made him that, and if you want me to, I can totally put up the cast video I did for him, but just let me know if you're interested in that, because I love how he turned out. And he's also a cat lover, which you will see. Oh my gosh, and now that I'm thinking of it, I forgot to put a food bowl and a litter box, but I did put some stuff that I thought was cat themed. But yeah, we will see that. And I've never used this paneling before. I didn't end up going with it, but I thought it was really cool. And I should have used it, honestly. But yes, of course, like half of this video is gonna be me finding wallpapers that look good. I always try to do this in kitchens or in living rooms, because just one wallpaper sometimes is a little bit too bland and boring for me. I kind of like to mix it up, especially in the kitchens. I like to put like tile or brick or something like that, but I didn't end up going with that one. I ended up going with a different one you will see here in a minute. But yeah, this bathroom, I loved how those colors turned out. The high school living tile floors are my favorite, and I think I used them in my last build as well. I love the colors in the bathroom. And I didn't end up going with that dark blue either. I'll probably say that a lot in this video. I didn't end up going with a lot of stuff. And I don't know if it's weird to put like sconces or the lights on the inside of the house like this, but I liked it. I think it just kind of decks up the walls a little bit, makes them look a little interesting. And here we go into the fun part. I didn't have to do too much building, because I'm not building a whole house. I'm just kind of renovating. I just love doing the decor. That's my favorite part. I wanted to put something interesting in the entrance here. I usually leave entrances bare and like boring. I don't know why. I'm just not very, I don't know. I don't really think about that kind of stuff sometimes, because I'm just impatient when it comes to building. But I love how this turned out. I sized this down, and I love this little shelving here. We have a lot of shelving. Like, as you can see there on the build catalog, we have a lot of shelving. So I wanted to just make use of it. I never use the shelving. I really don't. Maybe sometimes like in the kitchen I will, or above a desk or something. But I felt like with this entrance here, this looked so cute. I really love how it turned out. And I'm just adding some bits and bobs. I thought that kind of reminded me of like electronics, like maybe he uses that to like fix up his computers and stuff like that, but I ended up not putting it there. I just thought it looked weird sized down, like it wasn't meant to be sized down. But yeah, I'm just kind of messing around with like the different debug items. And there's this cute little robot, I'm pretty sure it's from 𝓗𝓵𝓵𝓸 University, I put up there. I thought it was super cute. But I definitely want this person who lives here to be all into electronics, and honestly maybe he'll go to university for engineering or something like that, and he can, you know, make robots and make computers and stuff like that. But yeah, and I actually used, believe it or not, I used a lot of, well, not a lot, but I used some stuff from the Star Wars expansion pack. I know how everyone feels about that, or not everyone, but a lot of people do not like that expansion pack, but I love Star Wars, so I have to love it. Do I play with it a lot? No, I do not play with the expansion pack a lot. I barely ever go to that world, unless I know I'm gonna be making like a Star Wars character. But in my normal everyday Let's Play or gameplay, no, I don't go to that world at all. And I think it's just weird how the notification will pop up for you to go visit 𝓵𝓸, and I just don't like that because it's not realistic in the game that I'm currently playing, you know what I mean? Anyways, that was just random, but I see why people don't like the expansion pack, but I love it. Since I love Star Wars, I have to love it. But yes, so I am adding just bits and bobs. I feel like he would totally be a collector of snow globes and postcards and gems and stuff like that. I do believe I made him, the person that I did make for this is a geek. I did make him a geek. So yeah, I'm just kind of still decking up this entrance here, and now that I look at it, I definitely don't like that brick against this like dark wood, so I'm glad I changed it. I ended up changing it, and I ended up changing the kitchen wallpaper as well. But yeah, I did find this cute little, I'd never used these rugs from Pets, so I did find this cute little rug here with a cat on it. I don't know, I just randomly decided that I wanted him to be a cat lover, because why not? I almost wanted to put that CC, there's a CC plant that you saw, I almost wanted to put that because I love the plants that I have, that I got from like a custom content website. Probably the Sims resource. I love the Sims resource, even though there's a lot of alpha CC on there. There's a lot of good maxes match as well. All right, now I'm adding a fireplace. I know the fireplace doesn't really make sense like this. You don't really find these in apartments. I mean, maybe you do, I don't know, but I like it. It's cozy. I wanted to give more of a cozy vibe. And the couches I have such a hard time finding as well. I couldn't find one that had the color scheme that I wanted. I thought that looked good, but I ended up not going with that one. I ended up going with the base game one, I think. But I really like how the warm colors turned out in the living room. Living rooms are probably my favorite to decorate. I think kitchens would have to be my least favorite. I just can never make them look good and detailed, because kitchens, I mean, at least ones that I live in and I like, kitchens are so lived in, and I have a hard time making them look lived in. They always just end up looking so clean and modern, and I don't know, which, you know, that's okay for some people and some builds, but for builds that I usually do, I want them to look so lived in and so messy, and they just never really look how I want them to. But I like how this kitchen turned out. It is more modern than I wanted it to be, but it was either that or it was starting to look more country-ish, and I don't want that for an apartment. I don't know, I mean, it could have ended up that way. I just didn't want it to be that way. I think I ended up going with these couches, and I think I added one more chair, or did I don't know, I forgot what I did. But even though the colors didn't look that good, I still ended up going with it. I'm taking a long pause. Okay, there we go. Okay, I forgot that was in there. I'm pretty sure I added just another chair, the same little chair And I like how I did this instead of doing this huge TV, which is unrealistic. If you're like in an apartment and you're kind of, you're struggling a little bit, I don't think everyone's going to have a huge flat screen TV. And I always end up putting like huge flat screen TVs in my builds, so I decided to go with this little one. And I put some plants in the corners here. I put a little speaker for music on the fireplace right there. And I ended up putting a couple other bits and bobs in the fireplace that I thought were really cute. I kind of had a backstory for him. Like I said, he was going to be this geek, but I kind of had a backstory of that. His parents like really wanted him to be a surgeon. Like they wanted him to be in the medical career, but he didn't want that. Like he doesn't, that's not what he likes. But like maybe his dad or his mom or something, were both in the medical career, and they just really wanted him to do that. And I use this vase again. Okay, sorry. I use this vase. I love this vase on fireplaces. In my last build, I used that as well, and I loved it. So I had to put another, and I couldn't get that little baby Yoda to match up. So I just didn't want to bother with it. I was like, oh well. I do that often. I'm just like, it's okay. But yeah, I kind of had the idea that his parents like really pressured him to go to university and be a doctor or something like that, but that's not what he wants to do. And starting out, maybe he is in the doctor career and like maybe he struggles with it for a while until he finally gets up the courage to apply for like an engineering major or something like that. But yeah, that's just kind of the backstory I have for him. But you can put whoever you want in this apartment if you decide to use it, which I hope you do. And I keep forgetting to upload them to the gallery, which obviously I'm going to before I upload this video, but I keep forgetting to go in there and do that after I build. So, but yeah, and I had a hard time picking out a carpet as well. I don't like how some of the carpets look. They just look so straight edged. I love this one right here, but I don't think I end up going with that. But it's not realistic for a carpet to look like literally a box. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just looks so, like, the edges of it look so unrealistic. But I do like this one. I just didn't like the pattern on it. And here I am changing the walls finally, because I did not like how the blue looked. It just wasn't matching the theme at all, really. And this was a perfect little corner for a bookshelf. So I put a bookshelf here and some decor. I was going to add a lamp by the bookshelf, in between those chairs there, but I ended up not doing that, I think. And pretty soon here, I'm going to be moving on to the kitchen. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I do like how the kitchen turned out. It was a little bit too modern for what I liked, but I just couldn't find the right cabinets and stuff. And I'm surprised I actually used those little, if you saw those little light switches, I used them throughout the house. I'm pretty sure in every single room. Of course they're not, I think there's a mod. I'm pretty sure there's a mod to make them functional, but I don't have that mod. But you can totally get that mod and it'll be a million times better, because I think that they should have been functional. It doesn't make sense. And yeah, you saw I put a little foxberry and then a little flag. I think it's supposed to be like a club flag, like maybe he can be in a little club, a geeky club. And then like I said, I did imagine that he was at Foxbury University, but not to do what he wanted to. He wanted to become like an engineer, but his parents wanted him to major in the medical field. So but yeah, I love this color of carpet. It was just, or rug. It kind of, I know it's like a blue, so it's kind of random, but I think it went well with everything. And as you can see like those little country living shelves just look too country, and then the ones from Parenthood, I just couldn't find the right color, so I went with these and it ended up looking good. I know it looks a little weird with the wallpaper right now and that gray, like the gray color on there, but I ended up changing the wallpaper to like this stone, this brick, and at first I was like, why can't I find this swatch? And then I was like, oh, because I was on the wrong one. I couldn't find the swatch for that tiny living cabinet. But yeah, I do like how this turned out. I wish there was a way, I mean, I know like that's kind of hard, but I wish there's a way that we can lower the walls, because I'm pretty sure the walls in this apartment are on like the second option. I wish there was a way to lower that, but whatever. I did end up raising, I know this looks weird, but I didn't realize it at the time, but I ended up raising the cabinets up because that just looks really weird now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, here I'm changing the back walls, and I love how it looks. Even though that this is more of a modern kitchen, adding that brick made it more rustic. But yeah, I went ahead and raised the cabinets and stuff. It still looks weird. I don't like it. And I forgot what these things are called, but I'm adding one of these things because I never usually do that, but I needed to because it was just such a weird empty space. And I should have ended up filling the walls up a little bit more with like decor and stuff, but it's okay. I liked how it turned out in the end. I swear I always use this one fruit bowl and this one plant in my kitchen, especially my modern kitchens, or more modern kitchens. I love those two objects. Those are like probably my favorite clutter items in the game. And I didn't end up going with this vase at all because I thought it looked weird. I don't know what it is with me and vases lately. I've been using a lot of vases in the game. I wish there was some way we can like, I know there's Ravishing made these little customizable separate plants, like with the separate pot and the separate plant. I wish that we could do that with these vases that we have in the game. Like we can add a little plant to it. And I didn't end up going with that side thing because it looked too country. I ended up going with that, I think. And I like it a lot. But yeah, I'm just adding little things here and there. I should have added a dishwasher, but I didn't want to make it too expensive. And I was surprised that these chairs matched up perfectly with the cabinets. I like it, and I like that little touch of green that it has on there. I'm pretty sure those were from the industrial loft kit. But yeah, I added this little it's not a diploma. I would say maybe it's like, maybe in high school or something he won an award for like being in the tech club or something like that. I don't know. I know that's we don't have a tech club in the or I don't think we do in the high school living pack or the high school years pack. I don't know, but no, I imagine that that's what that was. And I had to use that little tassel, I forgot what they call them, but that little tassel fixture thing over there because I thought it was so cute. And I added more to the front. And I was trying to figure out where to put these little aprons. But I put them right here where I kind of just imagined that they hung them up there along with their cleaning supplies, which is kind of gross, but I don't know. I thought it looked cute. And I decided to put a new little light piece because I always use the basic, $50 cheap little lights, which are good, but I feel like sometimes for dining rooms or kitchens, it's cuter to add a larger light piece. Or a larger hanging piece. And here I'm just cluttering up the cabinets a little bit. I put these, oh my gosh, this swatch is my favorite. I don't know if you can see, but they're dirty mugs. I just thought that was a cute little touch. And I decided to make this corner, it's an empty corner, so perfect for a little dining table. It doesn't have to be too big. But I did end up going with that one. I just had to change the swatch a little bit to a darker wood. I love darker wood. I know I need to like venture out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I always just use darker, neutral wood and just neutral tones in general. But I need to my next build I'm gonna do, quote me on this, my next build I'm gonna do like a modern not crazy, but just like a modern, colorful home. Or it doesn't even have to be modern, but just a colorful home. Maybe I'll do like a home in Evergreen Harbor, like an eco home or something that's super colorful. And I loved that swatch, but that wood was bothering me so much. That green swatch, it was just like way too yellow, and I couldn't find a good I mean, that honestly would have went fine with it. I just didn't like it. But I'm pretty sure I ended up using a different bed. I always end up going with the same bed. I love this one from Eco Lifestyle, and then the one from Seasons I always end up going with. But no, I like how this turned out. I never usually use that swatch, but it was a really pretty swatch. I just love this bed so much. And I was gonna add some curtains to that. I know I added curtains to this wall, and I was gonna add curtains to the back, but it just was poking through the mesh of the bed, so I ended up not doing that. And this bedroom is probably one of my favorites I've ever made, because you'll see I love how I made I had to make the wall stick out like that because of the window. Obviously, I know I can move the window with the free build mode or the tool mod or something like that, but I ended up keeping the in little indentation because I figured I could put like a reading nook over there or a desk over there, and that's what I did. I think I put a desk, which you'll see here in a minute. And that little plant has probably become my favorite plant. I just love it. It's so versatile and so just a good basic plant. Like I always end up using the same plants over and over, and that one has become one of the new ones that I'm using. And I was thinking about this as I was going through debug. Urban Sims has created, well, she's Gen 2606 on the gallery, I think. She's created these little I don't know what you would call them, like little sections of all the debug items that are separated into categories for you automatically, and you just make one of them, or you pull one of them out of the gallery and just have it to the side so you can get those debug items that you need without having to search through debug. And I was thinking about that as I was making this video, because that would have been so helpful to have just like these different debug items in different categories, like clutter or kitchen supplies or something like that. So yeah, next time I build, I'm definitely gonna pull one of those out. I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit and find the one that I want. But yeah, so this is what I'm doing to this little corner over here. I thought it was really cute because obviously he is gonna be a little bit of a geek, a computer nerd. I didn't end up giving him like a super expensive computer because you gotta work your way up. You can't just have like the most expensive computer. And I thought adding a little, I guess, an extra desk area to this would be cute. So I added this little end table over here. I know it doesn't look like it belongs with the desk, but I just thought it was cute to add something extra besides like a plant or something. I like how this turned out a lot. I could have done a little bit more. I could have put a little bit more clutter over here, but I like it. It turned out pretty good. Sometimes it's kind of annoying to go back and watch how I place things down, because I know some people are probably screaming at me and being like, no, you do it this way, you do it this way. Like I keep on messing with the clutter and like trying to get it to snap onto the object or whatever it is that I'm placing it on. And I know that there's probably different and easier ways and efficient ways to do it. So I need to like learn how to do that better. I sometimes use the OMSP shelf and sometimes just like try to place it there by itself and make it look good. But if I really want to like add so much clutter and start like sprucing up my builds more, I know I need to like learn how to use it efficiently, if that makes sense. But anyways, I'm just finishing up the decor a little bit. I wanted to add something to this blank wall. But yeah. So as you guys will see here in a minute, I'm moving on to the bathroom. For some reason, it didn't finish. I don't know if I did something in Premiere Pro, but it didn't show me doing the whole bathroom, like the sink and stuff. I added the shower in there and the toilet beside it, and it didn't finish. But no, I actually really love how the bathroom turned out. The colors are a little bit sterile, almost like a hospital colors, but I don't know, it's like green and bright and modern, and I like it. It's interesting. I keep on loving it and using these floors from the high school years pack. It's like the perfect bathroom tile. But anyways, I will insert clips at the end of this video of everything, and you will see the bathroom. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna let this bathroom play out a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think, and if you will go ahead and use this apartment. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye guys.